Hello, Namaskar. I am Dr. Sagar Javle. I am a doctor who has turned into a scientist from last 10 years and has done more than 100 inventions and registered 50 patents in Mumbai office with 37 new therapies designed. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the new therapies I have invented called Electro Acupuncture therapy or Electro Acupuncture system. So please subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon button, press the like button and make this video viral and send it to the respected people who need this kind of therapy. So first we will, in the introduction, we'll try to know what is this electro acupuncture therapy all about. So basically before that we need to go into the basics of the meridians and acupressure and acupuncture therapy. This therapy called acupuncture or acupressure has been there from last thousands of years in India, popularly known as Marma Vidyan, and acupressure points and acupuncture points are known as Marma Bindu. So the ancient Indians came to know that there are hundreds or rather thousands of points on the human body. When you press them or massage them or put a needle in them, a lot of diseases and symptoms get treated or even cured. So that they know from last thousands and thousands of years. In Ayurveda, the Marma Bindus have been described. There are more than 108. Then that science went to China and they refined it further. They refined it to such an extent that currently, instead of following the system of Ayurveda, I think we should follow the Chinese system, where they have really refined it. Their meridians and the points are much more authentic than what is described in Ayurveda. Even in Shiva Sutra, Lord Shiva tells Parvati that, hey Devi, there are 72,000 nadis in the human body, but the three are main, called Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. So 15,000 years ago, Lord Shiva knew about the meridians and the points. He is telling Parvati about it and its significance in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. But today's medical science refuses to accept it. It's a very farcical and sad situation. So I just as a scientist, started investigating the matter. Is there really any point into it, or it is just a hoax, or just a mumbo jumbo? And I have done more than 10 years of research in it now, and came to a conclusion that there is a great truth in it and great benefit in it. And if modern medical science includes all these things into its armamentum, it is going to get complete, and the results we are having to the tune of 60-70% will touch near 100% if we include all these things in the modern medical science. So that efforts I have started, and for that I developed a particular device. I will come to that later. So let us go to the basics first, that the human body has meridians called nadis in Ayurveda, and the nadis have thousands of points through which the prana or the chi energy is flowing in the body. And this was known to the ancient people thousands and thousands of years ago, and its significance to the disease. So there are 12 types of meridians, 12 pairs of meridians, so 24. Out of these 12, the half are yin and the half are yang meridians. Yin means feminine and the yang is masculine, male and female. Okay, yin and yang. That concept the Chinese have. So, what is the energy flow in yin meridians? The female meridian is from above downwards, and in yang meridians it is from below upwards. What is the function of the yang meridian? Yang is the main meridian which pulls energy or prana from the atmosphere into the body, and the yin meridian is attached to the yang meridian, and if the energy is excess, that is released by the yin meridian. So the yin meridian's role is actually a negative role, just to negate, just to balance. In case the energy is excessive in the yang meridian, that can also damage. Then the yin meridian discharges it, just like a safety valve, like your pressure cooker has a safety valve. Pressure is too much, the valve releases, otherwise there will be an explosion. So if the energy is excessive, there will be an explosion of energy and subsequent problem. So the yin meridian, which is a negative meridian, discharges the energy so that the excessive energy built up does not happen. Okay, so these meridians, they pull prana from the atmosphere into the body, and the excess is released by the yin meridian. That much basics we can understand. Now the Chinese have described three main centers of energy in the body. First is the upper dantian, they call it, is here, what we call Agya Chakra or third eye, upper dantian. Second is near the heart, Anahata Chakra, the middle dantian, and the third is below here, in your hypogastrium, the lower dantian. So these three energy reservoirs are present according to the Chinese system, and Ayurveda also has similar concepts. Ayurveda says prana is of 5 types: prana, upana, udana, vyana and apana. 5 types of pranas and 5 compartments they have described, but modern medical science never bothered to investigate. They just call it a hoax that there is no energy in the body, and this is a blunder, and because of that numerous diseases cannot be cured today by the medical science. So I want to fulfill this kind of a vacuum lacuna so that the modern medical science becomes complete. Okay, so the 12 pairs of meridians and the 3 centers of energy, and the energy flowing within them, balancing with each other so that the organ keep functioning properly. Now what are the 12 meridians? There is a lung meridian, heart meridian, kidney meridian, gallbladder meridian, stomach meridian, triple warmer meridian. So there are 12 pairs of the meridian. Then there is a conception vessel in the front, and behind there is a governing vessel. These are spiritual meridians. The governing vessel is popularly known as Sushumna Nadi. In our Sanskrit, in our Vedic tradition, in yogic tradition, called Sushumna Nadi, the central Nadi. In the Chinese tradition, they call it the governing vessel. It comes from behind up to here, and up to here starts the conception vessel, so it drains the excessive energy. If this governor has excessive energy, then the conception vessel will release it. So both should be open, otherwise there will be an explosion. Now the problem is why diseases happen. Because there is a block, there are blocks which are created in this nadi. So when the child is born, the child has healthy nadis, and the healthy meridians and the energy reservoir. As the child grows, due to the bad environment, bad lifestyle, bad food, maybe alcohol and tobacco, what happens? These meridians get blocked. That's why the vital energy cannot enter inside the body and the diseases develop. Like, for example, your heart meridian is blocked. Your heart meridian is here. If it is blocked, the supply of prana to your heart will not go properly and you will have problems with the heart. So, before the organ has a problem or a disease, at least 5 years or 10 years before that, the organ has undergone, the meridian of the organ is blocked or damaged. So how benign is the nature? The mother nature waits for years and decades that you realize, change your habits, open your meridians with yoga or by qigong or whatever for years and decades, and then the flow of prana or vital energy is blocked, what they call chi. Chi energy in Chinese and prana in Sanskrit. That energy supplying the organs is blocked. Organ slowly undergoes damage, and if the damage is early, you open the meridian and still the organ may start functioning once again. That is the beauty. Okay. But if the organ has undergone complete damage, what we call stage 5, then probably after opening the meridian, the benefits will be in the form of pain release or little bit of regeneration, but the complete organ function cannot come. So that is the theory. But my question is, if your all the meridians are open, why at all your organ will fail? So you should assure that all your meridians are open. And if some meridian is blocked, you should immediately open it up so that the flow of energy to the organ can be established and the further damage can be stopped. In case your organ has undergone some damage, as I have already told you, even then it matters to open the organ, open the meridian, because some regeneration may happen, but in early stage a complete regeneration may happen in early stages. Late stages it may not happen. So that is the basic theory, that the meridians are present, they have blocks, and the blocks are due to variety of reasons such as alcohol, tobacco, bad lifestyle, and maybe they happen with the age also, aging. So this is one of the reasons why humans die. If your meridians are open, the human life can be extended beyond 100 years also. One Swami who is 128 years, who died recently, at the age of 125, government gave him Padma Shri. He lived 128 years because he is regularly doing yoga. All his meridians must be open. So that's why he lived till 125 years. And human beings are dying in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Your meridians must be blocked. So you have a heart attack. Quite likely your heart meridian is blocked. Medical science does not acknowledge that. They are doing angioplasty, bypass surgery, heart transplant. Who will open the meridian? Who is the basic flow of energy to your heart? They don't acknowledge. We have that kind of fools in medical science. Instead of investigating the matter, which is known from last 15,000 years, medical science was busy ridiculing the ancient knowledge, and the end result is that hardly any disease is curable. This unfortunate day has come because of this attitude. Now we will see that if you talk to the so-called doctors in evidence-based medicine, they will tell you that we are open-minded people. Actually, they are not open-minded. They will tell you that we are open-minded, and if there is an evidence, we immediately accept. A scientist called Hiroshi Motoyama in the 1950s, today is 2025, in 1950 that person, the Japanese scientist called Hiroshi Motoyama, proved the existence of meridians. How he proved? Suppose this is in the leg, the meridian starts in the leg and it ends here. So in the leg, what he did, put one electrode there, another electrode here, and along the path of the meridian various electrodes he put. Electrodes like this, ECG electrodes. He put that. In the beginning of the meridian, he gave a particular frequency of electricity, very specific, like 376 Hertz, 748 Hertz, 1025 Hertz, very specific. And he tried to detect that along the entire path of the meridian as it is described by the Chinese. He got grand success in that. So along the path of the meridian on various points described, the similar frequency is received with the help of an ordinary multimeter or electricity testing meter, that from one side it is passed, other side it is received. Now you will say that electricity passes through the human body and it takes milliseconds, not even full second to pass if you pass very high voltage, because the skin has resistance about 1 lakh ohm. That's why the human beings die with 240 volts, because the skin is broken. The electricity goes inside and then the resistance is gone and then it travels rapidly. So if you pass very high voltage, within a second it goes from the feet to the head. Any skeptic will say the electricity anyway passing through the body. You will be surprised to know from leg to the head or to the end point of the meridian, it took 15 to 20 minutes for the electricity to pass. This should be an eye opener, because the electricity is passing through the meridian and not through any other passage. So along the meridian there are points described which have a very low electrical resistance. When you put on that specific point, the electricity passes far more efficiently than any other point of the body. So the existence of the meridian is proved by this scientist beyond doubt. Still the medical science has reservations accepting it. Another scientist took the cross sections of the various tissues and saw under electron microscope the meridians are visible under electron microscope. There are photographs, yet the scientific community does not accept it even today. And they say that we have open mind. This is your open mind. Then they say no studies done. That is also not true. There are 1 million publications in the scientific literature. How much? 1 million means 10 lakh publications. About what? About the meridians about the acupressure points, about the acupuncture points, and acupressure is done at a particular point, acupuncture is done by putting a needle, and a particular benefit obtained. Some of the benefits are also proved objectively with the help of functional MRI scan and positron emission tomography. Still, these insensitive people have reservations about accepting that the body has meridians and it is passing energy, and these points, whether it can really cure or treat some diseases. They are that dumb people who are actually the enemies of humanity actually. So what I have done, so what we have learnt is that the meridians are there, the points, they are scientifically proved, there are million publications, everything is proved, and it is not some mumbo jumbo like some people think, or a hoax. So I wanted to take this science even further. This is my contribution, which is reported by me for the first time in the medical literature. It is not done by anybody. What was my theory is that although there are meridians and particular points on that, you just massage the point. It is very barbaric. Just massaging the point does not mean the meridian will open. Second option is what they do is put a silver needle, very thin needle, so thin that you don't even feel that it has been put inside. The atmospheric static electricity passes through the needle and through the meridian. That's how it opens. It's like eating like this. I said, why not eat like this directly? So what I did, I took this ECG electrodes. You can see that this is the black point, which is silver nitrate. When you put this electrode on a particular meridian point, what happens? Because of the silver chloride, not nitrate, the resistance of that skin point reduces from 1 lakh ohm, 100,000 ohm to just 100 ohm. So it drops dramatically, so that electricity can freely pass through the meridian and the meridian can open. So this is my contribution, which is not done by anybody till date. For that I designed a machine, a very small device like this. This is the device, where on one side the device has a USB pin and an indicator to see whether it is on and off. Other side there is a snap type ECG electrodes, and this electrode fits on this particular point like this, and we take out this and put it on particular meridian point on the body, this particular ECG electrode. So, and this particular thing goes into the power bank, as you can see, and the bulb lights up. So through the power bank, this particular device is the electricity generator, generates electricity through this wire, and ECG electrodes goes inside your body through the various meridian points, and that's how it opens the meridian. So this is my contribution to the traditional acupuncture or acupressure therapy. So this is far more advanced. The high frequency electricity passes, because the original Japanese scientists also passed electricity. That research has got recognition. So my research is just a application, advance of that if we can pass electricity to the meridian to detect its location and the various point, then actually passing the electricity will also open the meridian, and that experiment was successful, and this particular therapy was born called Electro Acupuncture therapy and the Electro Acupuncture device. So this device and the therapy both are reported by me for the first time in the medical literature, and with that we take this acupressure and acupuncture therapy absolutely to the next level. Okay, so this device is quite cheap, costs only few thousand rupees, because I am a scientist and academician and not a businessman. Anyone else would have multinational companies would have invented, they would have sold for lakhs of rupees. But this is, I am giving you in just few thousand rupees. Very surprisingly, I also received the CDSU or the Indian FDA approval for this device, because nowadays the medical devices has to be FDA approved. That was a major hurdle. I received an FDA approval for this device, which is a very great achievement. So it is now 100% legal to practice it and to advertise it and to promote it. For this device also I have filed a patent in Mumbai office, but it is still under examination, and I am expected to receive it, but yet not received. Okay, so patents are optional. Patent is not necessary requirement to sell the device. This FDA approval is the requirement, and that I already have. So this is the basics about the therapy. The detailed demo of the device will be in another video. So how, for what conditions this device can be useful? This device has the most liberal, most extensive indication for use in the human body, because thousands of acupressure and acupuncture points are described for vast majority of the diseases and vast majority of the symptoms. So there is no disease in the human body or no symptom or sign in the human body for which there is no acupuncture and acupressure point. So you have to apply this device on that particular point. What is the duration? Duration is 1 to 4 hours, once a day or maybe once a week, till your problem is solved. So for chronic conditions it may be 3 months, 6 months. For acute condition it may be just 2 or 3 times. It all depends till you get relief. And what are the side effects? Absolutely no side effects were noted. Only there could be some burning at the electrodes, which vanishes after a few minutes of removing the device. That's all. Otherwise, no side effects were noted by using this particular therapy. So the therapy can be used for vast number of disease conditions, like for heart disease, you have to open the heart meridian. Lung disease, you have to open the lung meridian. Kidney disease, open the kidney meridian. Liver disease, open the liver meridian. Bladder meridian for bladder diseases. Then for brain, various brain disorders, there are various meridians which enter the brain, such as the governing vessel and the conception vessel. For allergic bronchitis, for asthma, for diabetes, for hypertension, for pain, for numerous disease conditions, this device can work. So just by buying one device, you are almost hiring a permanent doctor in your house, and the electricity needed is so negligible that probably if you run it for the lifetime also, the electricity bill will be zero. So no running cost, only one time you have to buy. The pharmaceutical industry and companies don't want a therapy like this, where power has been given in the patient's hand, where the patient will treat himself at home for numerous disease conditions. They don't want that to happen. Every time they want you to come to the hospital, spend lakhs and crores of rupees, terrible side effects, consult doctor, pay the huge fees of the doctor, then the insurance companies. I am liberating the entire humanity from this torture with addition of simple device, and that's why I was not expecting that the FDA will ever give it a clearance, because FDA is the friend of the pharmaceutical companies and everybody. But luckily the FDA gave approval to this particular device. Is my great fortune. It means that it also means that our Indian FDA is honest and not as terrible as we think or as we criticize. I am thankful to the Indian FDA also for giving legal permission to this particular device. So what you should do is, I am also giving you lot of free resources, free charts, free PDF electronic books, free diagrams for various points for various disease conditions. In case your disease condition is uncommon, you should search on Gemini AI or on Google what are the meridian points or acupuncture points for this particular disease condition. You will immediately get points with the diagrams. On that diagram you just put the ECG electrode for 4 hours and you will be benefited. No reason to contact me always for that. I have given you all the resources on the website about the various meridian points. About the legal status internationally about the therapy, the acupressure and acupuncture therapy has been approved by World Health Organization. World Health Organization is an apex organization. Nobody can challenge that. They have given approval to this therapy because there are more than 1 million publications on that. Our Ayush Mantralaya of Government of India has also given legal permission to this particular therapy, acupressure and acupuncture. And the Indian FDA CDSU has given approval to this particular device. So this device and the therapy is 100% legal and ethical and moral to be practiced in India by anybody, and millions of patients can be benefited by this particular device and its therapy. And I am proud that I am the inventor of this particular therapy. Please send this video, make it viral to all the patients with variety of disease conditions. As I told you that there is no disease, no symptom and no sign in the human body for which the acupuncture and acupressure points are not described. It means this device will treat a vast number of diseases, but it will treat does not mean it will cure. Like quacks, I cannot say it will cure, but it will cure certain conditions, and certain conditions there will be a lot of benefit, like 50% relief, 75% relief, or whatever is not relieved. For that you have all the synthetic drugs and medical science and doctors and everything. Nobody is against it. And I will appeal the government of India that you make this device available in primary health center. Because in primary health center, you know that there is only building, maybe there are doctors and very limited drugs. They don't have anything else for a vast majority of the disease conditions. Millions of Indians who live in village places, they will go to the primary health center, get treated free of cost. 4 hours they will sleep, get this therapy, and who knows will get cured or treated for 100,000 disease conditions. But since government itself has given me permission for this device, it will not be very hard for me to push the device in under government scheme and in every primary health center where the village person does not have to go to any other place. In his village itself, in the primary health center itself, the person can be treated free of cost with my device. So that will have a huge positive impact on the public health. So I think I have extensively discussed about this device and its various angles. I don't think hardly anything is left now. A huge amount of information will be given to you on the website about the various points and how to use it and the demo of the device. A little bit about the results. What are the results? Results will take 1 week to 3 months to appear. For acute condition, the results may be in 1 day also, but for chronic condition, the results may take few weeks to few months time. I will tell you about myself. This device is used on my body first. That not many people do. They think they are precious. They use always on animals and other people. No, in medicine we call it patient zero or ground zero. I was the patient zero. I tried on my body first because the electricity is just few millivolts, few volts, and the electricity passing through the device is in millivolts and milliamperes. By no way it can produce any damage to the human body. More than 1,000 times of this electricity is used on the human body in the form of electrocautery and electroconvulsive therapy, where why 1,000, I think more than million times it is used. Here the energy passing through the body is negligible. That is about the safety of the device. Second is the device works on power bank. No question about mains. So no way you can be electrocuted or harmed. The device is more than 100% safe. That's why it received the FDA approval. Then about my case, I had a certain disease conditions like allergic bronchitis. Now this allergic bronchitis or dry cough is not a lethal condition. You don't die with it, but there is a terrific morbidity. There is a constant pain and itching as if somebody has put a sword in your throat for 24 hours. You feel like that. It was that bad. Then I took all sorts of medicines, steroids and everything and puffs. The relief was only limited. You won't believe that with this device I literally cured my allergic bronchitis, which is supposed to be a non-curable condition in medical science. This is the spot on the conception vessel where for allergic bronchitis, as well as this spot on the lung meridian. The details I will give you. As I opened my lung meridian and the conception vessel, my allergic bronchitis disappeared by 90%. Can you believe that? 90%, 90. I have now very little of it. Whenever I feel the pain or something, once in 2-3 months I take maybe one of the sessions and I get cured for many more months. No drugs, nothing. Absolutely no drugs. Second problem I had, another incurable problem, is dry eyes. Now this allergic bronchitis, 40% of the population in India has. How many? 40%. Millions of people, rather billions of people on the planet. They all can get benefited with this therapy. Second thing is dry eyes. So the meridian points these are the meridian points. So I put electrode there and took the therapy. This problem also disappeared by 90%. My eyes become wet again. The tearing came back, which is supposed to be impossible. If you go to an ophthalmologist, eye doctor, he will tell you for dry eyes take drops for the rest of the life. I occasionally put eye drops now. The spontaneous watering has come back by opening the meridians, and we must report to the so-called medical science that you are wrong somewhere. You are playing with human life due to your ignorance. Please have open mind and please listen to people. So the spontaneous tearing has come back allergic, my dry eyes problem is also cured almost by 90%. My airway was dry, it become wet again, spontaneous. The secretions have come, it has become wet again, and that also regressed by 90%. This is I am a doctor plus academician plus scientist. I have suffered for 25 long years with allergic bronchitis, and the conventional therapy could not, forget cure, could not even help me. It was good only for few hours. The effect of the drug gone, effect is gone. Here the effects are far more long lasting, not just days but few weeks, sometimes few months. That is the benefit. When you re-establish the flow of prana to the organs start getting regenerated and they start working again. In short, I forgot to tell you what is prana. Prana appears to be light coming from the atmosphere entering the meridians. Now light is life for the plant, then the light must be life for the human beings also. I tried to pass infrared light through the meridians and I could literally feel the entire meridian. It means the infrared light is passing through the body. Now this light is proved to be beneficial in the cell culture. It affects the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the body. The mitochondria starts producing much more ATP, much more energy than before. The light is anti-inflammatory also. So the inflammation, which is a major cause of the disease, which is present in all across the body, like your kidneys are inflamed. If you open the kidney meridian, the light will go to the kidneys inflammation will stop. Dry eyes is also inflammation. Allergic bronchitis is also inflammation. It got cured because light is reaching there. So everything is fitting into all pieces fitting into the puzzle. It means your human body is also feeding on the light. Now they have opened a new branch under medicine called photobiomodulation, where the various human tissues and organs function can be modulated with the help of light. How light passes? They are trying to pass directly. My addition is it is passing through the meridians. You put the light on the meridians, it will reach the organ. But no reason to put light. Body naturally picks up light. You just open the meridian with this particular electronic device. That's all. Additionally, putting light may not be necessary. So I think we have done extensive discussion about this therapy and its role. I will be making new videos from time to time, and now you people have an idea that how extensively this particular therapy will impact the medical science and the variety of diseases, and the device is so cheap. The cost in the description box below, costing only few thousand rupees, and it's for you forever. Generally it lasts longer. There are no moving parts in it. It can last for many years. I think it can be repaired in case a problem happens. So I think it's a time to conclude. Please make this video viral, send it to the necessary people. In the description box I am giving my personal number, so that you should contact me in case there is a problem, but please don't misuse that. You should have seen all the videos, read all the material on the website, and then only you can contact me. Otherwise, if so many people contact me, I'll have to remove that number. Currently I have given my email as well as the contact number, so please don't misuse it. So that is my humble request. Also see the demonstration video of this particular device, how the device is to be used, the do's and don'ts and etc. That is a separate video I have made. Please see that. And with that I conclude this video. Thank you very much.